Again, another stream. What we saying? We all good? So yeah, man. Just gonna catch up on some of the latest news today. Manchester City have signed Erling Haaland to a new contract, 9.5-year contract. I mean, to be honest with you, I didn't see that coming, especially for that length, because I mean there was always talk about Haaland, obviously trying to go to Real Madrid, or maybe even a Barcelona. I think for me, if I'm honest with you, that's a long contract. I think to 2034. But I think the thing with what Man City have been, again, if you look at the kind of pool of strikers in today's market, not only are they going to cost a lot of money to get, but the pool isn't that big. And someone like Erling Haaland, again, Erling Haaland is someone that obviously gets numbers. I think in terms of his overall game ain't that great. But I think someone like him who's just is a goal scorer, you know what I mean? And obviously they're hard to come by, especially in football today, because I think a lot of the forwards now, a lot of them are inside forwards, wide forwards, you know, and the actual central strikers in today's game ain't really there. I think if I look at in today's market, the central strikers, if you put the likes of Harry Kane and Robert Lewandowski that are playing in Europe, if you put them to the side, I think the next batch of strikers you'd probably say. So if we look in the Premiership, you've got at the moment the best striker in the league at this moment, and that's Alexander Isak. You've got obviously Erling Haaland as well. I believe Joshua Zirkzee, if he's given time, will be one of them as well. Arsenal don't really have a striker that you would say is one of the best. Is up there. Chelsea, obviously Nicholas Jackson. You know, Nicholas Jackson can be put in that pool. I don't think Nicholas Jackson is as good as Isak, but in terms of his overall play, his general play is actually good. And then we look at who else is there. Tottenham got Dominic Solanke. Again, Solanke's good, but he's not that level. And then I think you're struggling in the league for other strikers. Obviously, Liverpool, Darwin Núñez ain't good enough, so I don't put him in there. Yeah, obviously Brighton. Who Brighton got? João Pedro, but I don't think João Pedro is an actual number 9. I think João Pedro is more of a attacking midfielder attacking midfielder come striker. But in terms of the actual forwards, big up Matthias. But yeah, in terms of the actual forwards, the strikers in the league, in Premier League, there ain't too many. And then you look at, big up Matthias, man. I appreciate that. And if you look at in Italy, obviously you got Lukaku. But again, Lukaku is in that batch, you'd probably say. Then you got Lautaro Martinez. But I think Lautaro, again, is probably more number 10. Dusan Vlahovic, you got again, but I think we're really struggling here for strikers, really, because the pool ain't that great, man. Spain, Mbappe, but Mbappe again is not a striker. I know he plays there for Real Madrid, but he's not a central striker really. So again, you can see why Man City have signed him up. For me, it's a long deal. 2034, as I said, but 500 grand a week that's been reported, and I think Man City are just trying to secure a striker that they believe will obviously still get them the goals. But again, it's a case where if you do sell Erling Haaland to replace him in terms of what's in the market today for the number of goals that he scores, just ain't there. So I can clearly see why they've signed him up. But that long deal was mad. I could never see Haaland going to Real Madrid, especially now. Anyway, I think even if because if you look at the front three for Real Madrid, obviously Vinicius Junior on the left, Mbappe through the middle, and then Rodrigo, which is arguably their strongest front three, you would say. Obviously that kind of combination there ain't that great, but I think even if a Vinicius Junior was to leave, and then they get in someone like Haaland, that won't work. So I think having Haaland and having Mbappe, even if Mbappe was to play in his favoured left-hand side, having there, I don't think would work because I think the kind of profile that Erling Haaland is and Kylian Mbappe are, I think one of them would want to be the main the main goal getter, and I think that's not going to work for the dynamics of the team. So I can kind of see why Haaland did stay with Man City. Again, if he went to Barcelona, I think Barcelona would have been a better fit for him. But again, Barca don't think will have the money to buy someone like Haaland because he costs a lot of money. But again, with Barcelona, they've got creators in Lamine Yamal. Obviously, Rafinha's having the season of his life. And obviously the midfield, Pedri, Dani Olmo, Gavi. You got Ansu Fati. These guys are all creators, but obviously Ansu Fati's not playing too much. And obviously he could have been the eventual successor to Robert Lewandowski. But I think that, I think him staying at Man City is probably a no-brainer. Just I think if you look around the world, there isn't too many teams that you'd probably see him going to. So it's probably ideal. But yeah, man, just Manchester United again. Don't think there's been too much news on United. I heard today actually that AC Milan are now calling their interest in Marcus Rashford, and they're gonna pursue Carl Walker. And you know what? It wouldn't surprise me. I don't know what you guys think, but it wouldn't surprise me if somehow Rashford stays. But I mean, if he was to stay, I don't know how he's going to be integrated back into the team, if I'm honest with you, because I think that's Amorim admitting defeat. I think the best solution for Rashford is to move on. But it's going to be unlikely that he does get integrated back into the team because he hasn't been involved in the last, I think, 4 or 5 match day squads. Obviously, there's been reports of him being ill, but I think it's going to be a bit of an uphill task for him to figure in this squad. But the fact that AC Milan have called their interest, it looks like they're calling interest, I think that probably only leaves Borussia Dortmund as a possibility. But again, how are Borussia Dortmund going to afford? Because Borussia Dortmund got to pay a loan fee and obviously part of his wage as well, which might be a bit too much for them. PSG, obviously they just signed Kvaratskhelia, so that's a no. So I think Rashford's actually quite limited. I think Milan was a possibility, but again, looks like they're calling it interest. Premiership, I could see an Arsenal. I mean, if I'm actually honest with you, I think Arsenal would be ideal for Rashford. But again, would United want to sell Rashford to a rival? It's very unlikely. But it's going to be interesting to see what happens with Rashford because I think AC Milan or Dortmund are his only actual avenues to go down. But if one of them's calling their interest and then the Dortmund one with the money, it's going to be interesting to see. So we have to wait. But I've not heard too much on I've heard some reports, I should say, on the Garnacho. Hopefully Napoli do come in. If Napoli are stupid enough to bid more than 40 million for Garnacho, I mean, Man United got to take that all day long. Just get him out of here, man. Get that guy gone. He's nowhere near the level, nowhere near good enough. And you know what? Take Højlund with him as well. I keep saying this. Until Man United take out and Amrim's got to take criticism for this as well. Maybe Amrim looks at the team and thinks, this team are a counter-attacking team, and he's probably just playing what the team are a bit more used to until he gets his players. But for me, as long as he keeps playing, that front three yesterday of Garnacho, Bruno, and Rasmus Højlund is terrible. It's one of the poorest front threes in the league for sure. But as long as he keeps playing Højlund and Garnacho in the same lineup, or playing or keep playing him full stop, expect more problematic results coming forward. I mean, obviously, I know Ahmad got the hat trick yesterday, but to be honest with you, the game should have been out of sight for Southampton. They absolutely dominated that game. Big up Agnes. They should have been out of sight in the first half if it wasn't for Onana. But to be honest with you, Man United needs to Amorim needs to stop persisting with this Rasmus Højlund and this Garnacho. I think the first step to showing people that United mean business and they're going to go in a different direction is accepting, a bid for me. If United was to get between 30 and 40 well, I'll say between, yeah, 30 and 40 million. Let him go, just let him go. He can be replaced easily, I keep hearing, people saying he's got potential, I heard someone the other day say that he's got world-class potential. I mean, again, these people don't know nothing about football, if I'm honest with you, because I've watched so much football. I've played football, academy level, Chelsea and Tottenham, and I consume football daily. And I will have no one tell me that this guy Garnacho is a good player, because he's not. When I've seen players like Giuseppe Rossi come through United, obviously he was bought from Parma. When I see players like that, and then obviously his career didn't really go in the way that he should have because of injury. But when I see players like that didn't have a longevity of a career at Man United, but yet people want to give Rasmus Højlund chance after chance and prop up Garnacho, again, it just shows you how far the club has fallen, and hopefully Amarim and Ineos can realise this, and get this club back to where it should be, because yeah, it's been problems for a long while, and for me, I'm sick and tired of seeing the best football players not playing, and that was evident yesterday. As soon as Xerxes came on, even Toby Collier, do you know what? I think Collier's got a lot to offer, and I mean, I want United to go and sign a couple of midfielders in the summer or in January if they can. But I think having Collier as part of the squad is a definite, it's a must for me, because Collier can play, you know what I mean? And again, Man United have had too many players in their lineup that are players that are more effective without the ball, So getting someone like Collier in, for me, would be, as part of the squad, be good. And then obviously in the summer or in January, make some reinforcements in that area of the pitch, because as good as Ugarte has been playing, Ugarte is not a good football player. He's just someone that is good at breaking up play, And again, if you've got someone like Ugarte that's getting held up by this fan base, it shows you that there's an issue there, because someone like him should just be putting out fires and letting the ball players play, And big up Cavi, but yeah, man. Yeah, hopefully Man United can get some offers in for can get this Garnacho gone. Obviously get Rashford out of there as well. So yeah, man, I'll be looking forward to that. Cavi, man, it's only 8:20, but in England it's 8:20, man. It ain't that late. But yeah, big up for coming on, man. Yeah, exactly. CR caution. It's only 8:21. Yeah, man. So big up for coming on, man. But yeah, you guys got any opinion on Garnacho or Rasmus Højlund? What do you guys think? Do you think United should listen to any offers, or do you think that United should try and keep Garnacho or Højlund? Let me know, guys. Let me know, man. As I said, big up Daniela. Thanks for coming on. Yeah, man. So what do you guys think? Do you think that United should be keeping Garnacho and Højlund? Well, it's all about Garnacho. Should United be keeping him? Let man know. But yeah, yeah. I just think that Man United look to be going in a direction that I can kind of get behind, but it is that this Guys, let me know if you can hear me. Give me a thumbs up. Give me a thumbs up if you can hear me. Give me a thumbs up. Guys, give me a thumbs up if you can hear me. Yeah, it should be fine. So yeah, man. You know, that's what I was saying. So yeah, Tyler Diblin, man. I want to see Tyler Diblin. I want to see him get snapped up by United, because if United don't snap him up, some will. You know. And yeah, as I said, man, he's a top player. But I want to ask you guys, what do you think of Ansu Fati? Because Ansu Fati, man, he was meant to be the next big thing coming out of Barcelona. Obviously got a number 10 shirt from Messi. Obviously injuries have actually killed his career at the moment. You know, went on loan to Brighton, but it looks like he's available for transfer. If I'm Man United, even if you have Ansu Fati as part of the squad, you know, and you let him kind of rediscover his quality, do you think that's a good deal to do? Because I think Ansu Fati's still got a lot to offer. You know, he's still young. I think he's what? Is he 20? I think he's 21. He might be. And I think he's got a lot to offer still. What do you guys think? Because I think he's the way that the hype has kind of gone down with him is quite concerning for me. But I would definitely, if I'm Man United, I'll try and get him on a cut price deal. I think I see reports today of West Ham and Tottenham in for him, you know, and I think that'd be a good smart piece of business to try and get him in, because I think he's got quality, but he just hasn't been playing. So yeah, I know it looks like Barca might try and move him on. It looks like I'm hoping Barca don't move him on, and if he does, I hope United are in for him, but it's looking unlikely, to be fair. But yeah, guys, just a quick one anyway. Don't know if you guys can still hear me, but yeah, thanks for coming on. You know, make sure you smash that like button, subscribe to my channel at GavGoesIn. You know, I'm gonna be on here regularly. You know, just giving some football news. You know, if you guys got any football news to share with me as well, make sure you do that. And yeah, follow me guys on Twitter, GavGoesIn, on Instagram, on YouTube, obviously, and Instagram, Twitter, YouTube. Yeah, they're the main platforms I'm on. You know, and yeah, just give me some love, guys. And yeah, I'll be back on at some point tomorrow, man. I'm gonna be reacting to any news that comes out. Hopefully, United have you know, got Garnacho off the books and got Rashford off the wage bill, and then we can start seeing United putting in some bids for some players, man, because they need some players desperately. You know, so we have to wait and see. But yeah, guys, safe for coming on. Smash that like button. Would appreciate. Helps with the algorithms to reach out to more people. And I'll catch you guys tomorrow. Take it easy.